Welcome back, chat. We have everything set up. We are ready, nerdy, to get into our second and final semifinals match of the day. Very exciting stuff. We got no time to waste. Let's throw it into our player cards just to see these players' record against each other. Very, very even. Wow, look at that, nerdy. Literally as even as you can get with an odd number of games played. Someone has to win one more than the other person, but very evenly matched. 11 flat average for Ancoboy, 53% win rate. But
how do draws get recognized on this? Do you know?
I don't know. I think draws are just so rare, but I don't know.
Really? I feel like I see when I watch high level runners. I feel like it happens somewhat frequently if like it's a bad seed or something. Maybe I'm crazy.
It's possible. Nerdy, I will say this win-loss versus opponent 9-10, but I've just checked in season 5. Granted, the last time Ancoboy and Hacks queued against each other was 9 days ago, but Hacks is 6-1 against Ancoboy within the last 20 days. 6-1. 5 of these games were a forfeit, but Hacks did win 2 of them on time, so
well,
I don't know.
No forfeiting will likely be happening here.
That is true.
I
mean, these player cards are very similar, nerdy. I think this ranked average time is within like a second or two of each other. Win percent within a percentage or two of each other. Obviously, the win-loss very similar as well. I mean, this is a very similar, very close matchup stats-wise compared to our last one, but our last one felt like the closest match of the entire bracket. So, I don't know. You'll see one potential downside for Hacks is that the time zone is weird. I don't know what time it is for him. I think it's maybe like 1 or 2 in the morning. But that is the only whack situation maybe. But Hacks has been here. He's won a semifinals match before. He's made it to the finals, unfortunately lost in season 3 to Priffin. But he's been here. He knows the stakes. He knows the pressure. And Ancoboy's been here too. Ancoboy has lost the only semifinals appearance that he's had in season 2, losing to Silver 3-1.
Ooh, okay.
So I mean, nerdy, it could go either way. I think I'm gonna lean Hacks a little bit on this one and a BT ban, but no Desert Temple ban, so I'm still happy.
Ruined Portal ban is what I see and I get sad about, as you know.
I know. I think it's just runners want that variance. They want to have the most possible skill expression on these seeds, and Ruined Portal just doesn't give that to you most of the time. But I think we're ready. I think when the runners are ready, I think we're going to get into it. I don't know, nerdy, if we can top the quality and the intensity of the last semifinals match, but I think it's possible. We're just going to have to wait and see if we can get another banger.
This is an exciting match. Definitely one I've been looking forward to. I feel like both these runners are just very, like, look at their season 4 elo. I feel like these runners are both super skilled. I don't know. This is going to be a good match for sure.
Yeah.
Basically a guarantee to be awesome.
Guaranteed awesome match. I mean, I feel like it's hard to have a mid semifinals match. So
like I feel like both these runners, like, look, we were talking about this before earlier with the stats, but like both like kind of low win rates, kind of, you know,
but like very fast
yes,
average
exactly.
time. So yeah, very
so similar kind
like
of vibes,
dynamic.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that's going to be interesting because low key, I feel like it's kind of a little bit different, right? Where he's more consistent. And so, I mean, I feel like either way, it's going to be a good final, but
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see.
Come on, make a Diamond Axe. Make a Diamond Axe. You have 4 Obby already. You don't need. Make a Diamond Axe Hex. Do it. No, it's such a whack ass play, but I I would make a diamond axe here, and I'm not even kidding. I would make a diamond axe. I think it's totally wrong, but I would make a diamond axe.
Is it like the aesthetic of the diamond axe you like? Like you
It
like
just
this?
like feels good. Like I think it's just so objectively wrong. Um, because you're just mining more blocks with the pickaxe than you are like
Right.
mining blocks with the axe. I don't know. And maybe like AA brain, like you don't making a diamond pick is silly because you get an enchanted one. And I don't know. I like the axe play, man. And I because you already have the iron pick too. Like it is just wrong. It is just wrong.
Yeah.
But
It's okay, Farmer. We can all be wrong sometimes, right?
it like feels right to make the axe. Also,
Yeah,
Hack's
that's
getting
true.
2 gravel, and I think it's really sad. I don't think he's gonna break a third one. I always like seeing how far it can go, because you break. Oh, he does. Okay, gravel. Because like you always break like one more gravel because you don't know when you're gonna get the flint, so you're not gonna like stop randomly and try to call it. But
Right.
when you get the 2 in a row, you gotta break a third one. You gotta keep it going.
Fair.
We're on the bridge for Hacks. Ancoboy should spawn in a similar position. He is. They did enter a different lava pools. It's very interesting. Didn't fully track that overall. Not entirely sure how that happened, but
Oh my goodness, taking a lot of damage there for Hacks, but 4 hearts probably worth it for the speed
Ancoboy
that he
in
got through there.
a similar situation.
2.5, so or
Yeah,
3, so
Ancoboy actually did some really niche tech. But look at this. This is a terrain chalice. So we are going through it right now. Ancoboy and Hacks both having to deal with pigs, hogs, all that
there's the
jazz.
bookcraft also from.
Hacks is potentially just like can
Oh
trade here. He's got a pearl trade here already. Might be burning these
wow.
pearls actually. Nope. Jumped
Oh my
over them
god, and look
though.
at this. Ancoboy didn't get a lava bucket. Oh no.
Oh, that big misplay
Like
coming back to bite him.
that
Yeah,
might
yeah.
like that's just losing him so much
He might
time.
just
I
die.
was
He's on one
confused why
heart.
he's getting stuck.
He might just die.
Did
One
he get
heart
all
getting
the kills he
chased.
needs? Oh my god, this is
Look at Hacks here. Hacks, one of the most prolific, proficient, whatever, man. We're not gonna finish on his Hacks. Benx route, but it's working. That's what I meant to say. Is he is wrangling the pigs from the bridge from this left triple and
Ancoboy's
Ancoboy's
dead.
dead. It's
And
it's
it's just
um
bringing the lava bucket. That's all it was.
it's the lava bucket play entirely, yeah. And he wasn't able to deal with any of the mobs on that chalice effectively. And not only was it gonna be time loss, it was just a death. And it's now most likely nerdy gonna be a loss. And
And I
he
feel
should
like
be able
that's
to
such a
he
rough
should
way
be
to
able to
start
get
too.
back to his stuff. Like it's close. Like it's full terrain here. He's very close. He should be able to get his stuff pretty easily, but it's a 30-second mistake on top of the already existing time loss. And look how close that fort is visible. Pax is, oh, I thought he was going. Perlanging to the fort.
It's a mobby.
Ancoboy has 9
But I feel
gold
like he still
and
has to deal with
5
all those mobs and
obby.
he's on four
No,
and a half
yeah,
hearts.
the seed is Hax is completely to lose. Ancoboy is so far behind in quality and blah blah pace and
He's
everything.
about to die again.
Look how many.
He's
This
gonna
is
die
his.
again.
Yep, it's his fifth. It's his fifth build up. He has 3 tall towers for the Hoglins, and he dies again.
Am I crazy for saying I think he might need to reset the seed? Is that a crazy take? I feel like he just
I
needs a
mean,
lava bucket for the
it's definitely.
situation.
I mean, it's definitely better to you could just take like a minute. You grab your FNS. It's definitely
Yeah.
savable. I don't think you full reset, but not the way that he's going for it at all. The odds that he succeeds doing this are so low because he's just you're bound to take like a couple hits just instantly. But if you're able to grab your food, grab the FNS, or even just tower up 3 and axe the Hoglins with no
Yeah,
food,
that could work too, sure.
right? But he should be critting it out with a fire charge. Like that's our no this is our 5th
Okay.
build up. That's our 5th, and he gets the
Okay.
Hoglins down.
Okay.
But
Okay. Now it's definitely
already
faster. Okay.
it's just over.
Oh my god, he's dead again. No? Maybe?
I mean, he will be. Yeah, and he resets the seed. He fully resets the seed. So the last 2 minutes of him running back completely wasted. 5.5 minutes completely wasted.
Just 5.5 minutes behind. Now I will say, the cope is if Hacking
What-
Noises like dies or something,
What's the
then
cope?
the cope is that if Hacking Noises dies now and loses all that stuff or fails the zero cycle or something like that, then Ancoboy is in a winning position. That's so he's basic, but that's a ridiculous cope. I realize.
That is pretty out there. Hacks unfortunately having to throw 2 eyes here for boat eye. Did Ancoboy just reset the seat again? What did he just do? I wasn't even watching. And now, Nerdy, I was gonna say even before, like after the first death, before he even gets there, but this is not good for the mental. And
Yeah.
I feel like Ancoboy in the bracket, the player maybe known most for tilting. I think in season 1, the only player to raw forfeit a playoff smash before we had the
Right.
option
Yeah,
to
I
turn it
remember
off.
that.
Ancoboy raw forfeited a game in season 1, and no one else has ever done that. So I don't like asking anybody in the bracket to mental reset. I think is the tallest task for Ancoboy, and you have to somehow shake it off.
If I recall, I think that the lava bucket play, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was because he um had uh like he spilled his water on the lava, I
Oh,
think.
so it
So he
just
didn't
had
want to.
no opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I remember
if you
thinking
do
that,
know
yeah.
that, you can still grab lava
Oh
on the
yeah, for
side of the
sure.
bridge, right? So there's still multiple different ways to misplay or to save that.
I think that's what happened though. I think. And yeah, this is like I said.
Chat's correcting me that apparently somebody else forfeited in season 1. Crow Pro apparently forfeited in season 1. I didn't remember that. He's not in the playoffs, so I wasn't thinking about that. But Chat's probably correct. I mean, the VODs are there. Axe trying to wormhole into the portal room.
Whoa.
Wow, that was so fucking cool. That was so
Whoa.
sick. That was fucking awesome. Oh my god.
That was like next
Does
level,
he
man.
have fire res? Like, did he need to do that, or was it just faster either way? Like,
Um,
I can't tell because there's like the timer and the thing. Like, that was so fucking cool. And he's gonna hit front 88. 95. So much time to get there. No fire res. Yeah, that's a fucking awesome play. And oh, there's fire res. Oh, brakes on 0. Needs to pull out. I mean,
okay. Wait, how many beds?
if Hacks, I mean, if he was smart and he has bow, yeah, he can craft bow. He can craft bow.
Okay. This
So he's fine.
is
He's gonna have to full bow, I think, though, because he placed anchors and used all his beds, maybe, or has only
I
maybe
think
1
he's
or
just
2 beds.
like good. I think he's just like fine still. Maybe I'm being. I
I
don't
mean,
think this
nerdy.
takes 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
He can full bow, and Ancoboy currently on Hax's overlay says entered Bastion. So I think Hax is still good.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It's just
5
maybe
minutes
not the
30
best for the
behind.
mental to mess up the 0. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's maybe not the best situation.
How long does the average full bow split with like one explosive
With
take?
no beds, like,
Or is it no beds? I thought
I
it had
feel
one
like
anchor.
full bow is maybe like 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay, and he was 5 minutes and 30 seconds behind. So yeah, I think you're right. I think he's just good.
I think he's totally good, nerdy. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. I mean, he's got all the crystals down. Can maybe craft an anchor. If he wanted to, he could go mine the anchors. But I feel like that's a bit overkill.
That's how it'd be a crazy play.
But he could go mine the anchors.
No, I
He
kind of
can
like that play.
he can
I
craft
feel.
one. Yeah, I think he's going over to he's going over to his craft able to craft one. So now mining them doesn't matter because he only has 1 spare glowstone. Oh, and he missed the perch, but it's fine because he
Oh.
needs more than 1 anyways. And nerdy, I would like to point out, like someone pointed out in chat, first time message, the diamond axe would be good here.
Bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Wait, would it matter? It doesn't do more damage, does it?
It's faster.
I
And
thought
I
that
think if you have to diamond axe the dragon 3 or 4 times here, like it's gonna be some time save.
I guess
Maybe
that's
more
true.
than the
I guess
diamond
that's true.
pickaxe.
This sounds like Cope Feinberg. This sounds like Cope because like you get in the same vein, I could be like, oh well, the diamond pick could help mine anchors.
Yeah, but he's not mining the anchors, and he is
Okay,
axing the dragon.
okay.
I'm just saying, nerdy. Like I see what you mean, but I'm just saying, like
I'm a
in
I'm a
this
I'm a
specific
strong
situation,
diamond
if
pickaxe
you gave
fan.
hacks, he would want to switch the quality of his tools right now. That's all I'm saying. He would want them to be swapped, and I would too.
Fair enough. Yeah, this is definitely just entirely up to yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Is there anything weird that could happen? Maybe the
No,
low food situation? Maybe, you know? I don't know.
no,
I'm trying to
the
come with
seed's
cope here.
over.
I'm trying
Nerdy,
to
the seed's over. Like
let me cope Feinberg.
unless the dragon just like full bugs, like there's just like and just kills him when it's coming down. Like it's just not. Surely Hax grabs the dragon egg. He's not going to. That'd be funny though. Well, it's not a clean seed one by any means from either player. Definitely much cleaner from Hax than Ancoboy. As really the only main choke from Hax was the 0. But it is a seed up. It doesn't matter how you win the seed, it just matters that you win the seed. And unfortunately, Hax could have made a lot more mistakes and still been fine. Ancoboy dying twice, maybe 3 times, fully resetting the seed twice. You just have to mentally shake it off somehow
Beautiful.
because you have a lot of Minecraft still left to play. You have another seed that you can lose, even different from the best of threes. He's got a little bit more wiggle room. It's possible. It's just, is it doable? And Nerdy's on the hack strain. We just don't know. We don't know Ancoboy is it's one mistake, it's just the bucket, and it loses the entire seed. So I don't know, like if that chalice was just 3 blocks higher, we're not even in the situation. Would Ancoboy have been able to win that seed? We don't even get to know.
Yep. You're totally right.
But we get to know on this Desert Temple seed, yes, I guessed, and I won the
Boom.
50-50. We get to know on this Temple seed, can Ancoboy bring it back mentally, mechanically? I hope so. I hope it's a close game. I hope we don't get a quick 3-0. Obviously, every best of 5 looks like a quick 3-0 at the start because someone has to win the first seed and then the other, you know what I mean? So we don't know. But it's very possible. We've been told by production to stall. Nerdy, I'm out of ice cream questions.
Yeah, you seem to like have a default going to ice cream.
Well, it's because I went to it last time and I just knew that there was more that I could go to.
More
From there.
lore, more lore.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Let me think. What's a good stalling question? Um,
If you had to rate the 3 meals of the day from 1 to 10, how would you do it? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
okay. Okay, well, first take.
I asked too long of a stalling question. This is gonna take too long, but keep going, keep going.
There's like a pre-take to the takes, you know? I am like a strong enjoyer of like not caring about like the corresponding meals to the corresponding times. Like I will totally eat breakfast food for dinner. I will totally
Okay.
eat like lasagna for breakfast, you know?
Okay, so are you gonna be rating these based off of the times that they happen or the like is that what you're trying to get at here? Are you rating
Asking
these
me
based
between
off of
Hollow Knight and
like
Breaking Bad, that first of all, that's
the
a sin.
food?
You cannot make that's like Jimmy choose between
No,
children. Okay,
you're
that's
getting
you can't do
distracted.
that. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, to answer your question, Feinberg. Sorry, what was your question?
Like you're gonna be rating them based off of the times that you would normally eat them, not the foods, because
Yeah,
you say you're not
yeah,
attached to the foods. Okay, what do you think?
yeah. So for me, it's like breakfast is like low. It's just like I don't know. I'm not always hungry in the morning, and then
Sure,
but I do
sure.
usually try and eat something, and then lunch is definitely like my favorite, like a late lunch especially, and then dinner is good too. but it's definitely like the second best. Yeah.
You
So
fuck with a late lunch the best. Okay,
I digress. I'm
I
sorry,
like
chat.
that.
Um,
I think like a 2 a.m. dinner hits so different,
no, that's
and
valid. That's
I
valid.
hate breakfast.
That's valid.
I hate breakfast foods and breakfast time slot.
Fair, fair, fair.
But that's it.
We've got 2 gapples, 7 flesh, 3 iron. Wait, 3 iron. Oh no, I see. Wait, we've.
Or iron. Yeah, this is possible in the
Oh
ranked
wow.
filter. It usually gives you enough iron, but it only technically filters in temples for 4.
What?
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how these runners adapt.
Guys, okay, breakfast isn't even like a fucking concept when you wake up at noon, okay? Like that's the problem. Like I
That's
just only
that's
eat
true.
like 2 meals in a day. I don't even eat 3. So like you just like if you're saying that my breakfast is like the Chipotle I eat at 2 p.m., then like sure, breakfast is awesome. But like that's not breakfast to me. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I'm not eating food at 10 in the morning because I'm not up at 10 in the morning. That's what I'm talking about. Hacks somehow in this nether crazy fast though. I asked too good of a stalling question, so I'm sorry.
Chat clearly has very strong opinions on this, which is very funny to me. A good question, Fimer. It was a good question. Axe just does have a notable lead here. And I
Yeah,
will
I mean
say,
20, 30 seconds. I
like,
don't know if he's got a food lead potentially, but he's got 4 mutton, and Ancoboy's got flesh in his offhand. So I saw Ancoboy killing some pigs.
ooh, this is not good. Has to
Oh
use
my
a
god,
gapple.
Hacks lost a gap to distracting. He can suffocate his pigs after he trades, and he got iron from the top of the bastion. These runners do need an iron pick. I've also been told in chat I need more than 2 meals a day to keep myself healthy. Glad we have some doctors in the chat. I think that's the least of my problems. I don't get outside. But it's all good, man. I'll take that medical advice to heart, buddy. But I'm spending my beautiful Sunday commentating, and then I'm probably gonna take a nap. And
You know, it's okay, Farmer.
yeah. Anyways, both these runners were able to fight for the iron in the top of the bastion. Ranked filter guarantees at least 3 iron in every bastion, regardless of the fact that if the like overworld is has enough iron or not. I mean, most of them do. Um, but Anchorboy had a piglin steal a gold block. Hax had a piglin steal a gapple. So both of these runners could suffocate their pigs. I guess suffocating the piglins back for the gold block doesn't really help because then they're all dead.
Yep.
Um, but like Hax could get the gap back easily because you don't need the piglins to be alive to get the golden apple. Anchorboy does have 9 pork chops, so his food situation is much better. Hax has 2 pork chop, and I thought, yeah, 3 muttons, so it's pretty good. I wonder if Hax will suffocate these pigs for the gap, or if he's just going to leave. Looks like he's just going to leave. Don't know if they saw the fort. I'm assuming they did. Potentially back near home portal, because it doesn't look like Hax had a pyre. It looks like he's just going.
It's just that a little bit ahead. I'm worried that these little splits that he's getting are gonna continue kind of tilting
Oh!
Ancoboy a little bit.
6 hearts. And
Wow.
Angleboy's going. Not good for Hax, has less food, just like block clutched poorly and then didn't save it quick enough. That's a lot of damage. And he doesn't have that second gap. And look, Angleboy is almost at the same exact part of the fort. Seems like he's made up
Yeah.
all this time that he lost in the overworld.
Good stuff from Ancoboy.
Donut
Seems like
TNT from
he seems like he's
Hax.
pretty focused, which is good.
Yeah, able to rebound well from last seed.
Yeah.
Donut TNT from Ancoboy as well. Both runners cranking it out here. Some nice overlaps on clearing out inventory for hacks. Both these runners should have really good quality blocks from the temple explosions for 0. Boy on 5 rods, 6 rods. So hacks should be in a very similar position, almost the same because rates and spawns and all that are standardized. Gets the eye off. Oh, needs to throw a second. Bad offsets.
Dang.
Is
Third.
Ancoboy going to have to do the same? No, just two, just two. Ancoboy
What?
has 100% offset. Oh, did he throw 3? Oh my god, he
Yeah,
did.
he threw 3. He threw
Didn't
3.
realize. Yeah, maybe some desync. Ancoboy needs to grab some wood though. So we're going to lose a little bit of pace on that split, and Hack's able to go. 359 blocks. They should be at chords like right now. Yeah, he's got to dig through the wall. 12 blocks to go.
Wow. Here we go, though. Ancoboy right behind.
But Hacks is here.
Like, Hax just does have that little bit of lead. Now, how's the preemptive going to go? Let's see.
Yeah, he's in ahead by 8-10 seconds. Gets the spike. Down mid. Peeling
Ooh,
off.
not immediately finding it.
Doesn't have a good spike this direction.
Like,
Looking for
Ancoboy's
food,
looking in a slightly
maybe.
different direction.
Ancoboy going straight on this 5-way. Or 4-way.
This?
Committing
Heck
very
yeah.
deep here. Hacks found it.
Oh, no.
I don't know
Hax
where he went,
finds
but
it.
Hacks found it. And his stuff is not pre-crafted, but he's cranking it right now. 46 wool. And he's just going. Nav mistake from both runners, but Hax is able to catch it early, and its front 88 should be a very easy 95. I think this is the same tower as the last 0. So he's able to redeem himself potentially from the full bow. 2 charged crossbows.
2 charges.
For 2 double beds potentially. Is he going to go for it here? No. Goes for it here.
Right there.
Has one more bed. Low bed.
One more.
Gets it off.
Nice.
Well done from Hax. And Free the End's going to be in chat for Ancoboy. So he's able to 0 as well. But it doesn't matter. Hax wins by 10 seconds.
Wow.
If that. Ancoboy's dragon is dead. But it doesn't matter. Hax wins with the mid-8s. Just some good stuff. Clutch to the nav at the very end. Was ahead a little bit. Heading into the stronghold. Yeah, 6 seconds it looks like stronghold. So only clutched the nav by 2 seconds because he had to I guess he clutched the nav by more but had to pre-craft some beds and stuff in the stronghold. So his nav was much better, but the time was a little bit different there because of that. But very close match. Like, look at all these splits. Ancoboy clawing back a lot of time getting to the fort, but a very, very close seed. And Hax could 3-0, Nerdy. Very, very possible that Hax takes a fast 3-0 victory. But Fulham is ready for our mid-match analysis. See what he has to say, things that we missed, what Ancoboy needs to do to win a seed and potentially win 3 in a row. We're going to throw it over to Fulham, see what he has to say.
All right, chat. After our first 2 seeds, we are here at the midpoint of our best of 5. Hackingnoises is 2 points to the good at the moment, 2 seeds to 0. And let's just talk about exactly why that is. This is going to be a slightly shorter analysis segment, simply for the fact that most of these runners were playing clean, apart from in seed 1. a severe mistake for Ancoboy, and it kind of spiraled all from this overworld. Sadly, because of the lack of lava bucket from the overworld, we had to see a death come out from Ancoboy. Although the portal seemed very clean, the water did leak, meaning that Ancoboy was unable to grab any more lava. Kind of just decides not to here, meaning that he enters the nether with a water bucket rather than a lava bucket, and this is going to cause a lot of problems when he gets to the bridge bastion. Unable to deal with all of the mobs, does eventually end up getting a lava bucket, but the first death came after a very elongated period of building up multiple pillars over here, with the gravel, the wood in the distance, because of the link between the chalice and the terrain, allowing the pigs and the piglins, the piglins and the hoglins able to get up and attack Anko while he was mining the gold on the chalice. This forced him to have to do a lot of dancing around, a lot of running, and sadly, the bread was not substantial enough to get the healing off that he needed. And after coming back for round 2, getting a couple of extra gold blocks, we see another build-up, a hit-off, and a death. And a decision not to reset the seed, but to run back instead. And after 2 runbacks, we do end up seeing a full reset, meaning that Hackingnoises had a free seed to take. Not to mention the small little cool clutch after hearing the silverfish. Hax was able to locate exactly where it is through a little bit of help of the pie chart, but also a little bit of help from his surrounding subtitles. Dig straight up into the lava, pearls through, and clutches right in the middle of the portal. Just a really cool little clip here. The really interesting thing was as well, the slightly less interesting thing was he does sadly have fire resistance, although chat tried to say that he didn't. He wouldn't have died had he have landed the pearl. There is a fire resistance up in this top corner here. So just behind the 754. So even though it was a very cool clip, nonetheless, there wasn't actually much of a risk. So it was a very calculated decision by Hackingnoises to decide to go for this pearl, because even had everything have gone wrong, he was very unlikely to have died in that situation. Also, was able to finish off the seed very simply with a nice 0 cycle. The second seed was a lot closer. Mostly, Ancoboy lost a little bit of time in the stronghold to locating where the portal room was. But Hackingnoises did lose a lot of time and prevented himself from entirely losing the seed after throwing a third eye here. Something that some of the commentators did miss there. Was able to measure the first eye, gets a 61% after getting a 99, getting the offset, and then, unfortunately, wasn't 100% sure on this one, and was a little bit nervous after throwing this eye that he may have still been moving while doing so. Which I don't believe that he was, but just in case, he throws an extra eye, which I think is a very smart thing to do, because on the 20% chance that he does miss this stronghold, it's a straight up loss of the seed. So even though he does lose an extra 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds, he doesn't lose the seed in its entirety. And of course, there's a 20% chance that that eye would break, meaning he would have to get another rod. So this could have spiraled into a lot of time loss, but gratefully for Hax, it didn't end up causing him any time loss, particularly at all, apart from to have to wait for the second eye to land. That is the end of our analysis. There was not a lot else that happened towards the end of the run, apart from Ancoboy not completing the nav as fast as Hax did, and Hax completing a very clean 0 cycle, and Ancoboy doing the exact same, completing a clean 0 cycle as well. I would say even faster than Hax, but due to the end enter, it wasn't quite enough. If Ancoboy is to come back in this one, I will see you in Seed 5 for our final part of analysis. But if not, I will see you later in a future seed. Chat, thank you. I'm going to pass you back to Nerdy and Feinberg for our third seed.
We're back, Nerdy. And as much as I'd like to see Fulham back here for a seed 5 in this match, I think Hax might just take a 3-0. I think it might just happen.
Okay.
I think it might just happen. I think Ancoboy, one of the most like mental, emotional players, for lack of a better way to say it. And I think being down 2-0 is going to hurt him the most more than any other player in our top four. And Hax has been playing really well. But the last seed was very close. Ancoboy only lost by 8 to 10 seconds. So it's possible, but I don't think the run back. You got to win 3 in a row. You have to win what your opponent picks twice with a fully reset overworld pool. I just don't know.
That is.
I don't know if it's possible.
That's a fair point. I don't know. I feel like Hacking Noises has a chance here to just take the 3-0, like you said. I mean, I think it's a pretty good chance. I do feel like the break was probably helpful for Ancoboy mentally, but it is tough. And you're going against just one of the best players, super high pressure. So I could definitely like, you know, I feel like a 3-0 would definitely not be, you know, like some kind of, I don't know. It's like he's still playing very well overall. Like he made one big mistake in the first seed, but you know, second seed felt more focused. So I think it's, I don't know, it's definitely possible, but you can go either way. It can go either way, in my opinion.
Exactly. I mean, the second seed very close. Like I said, first seed, Ancoboy doesn't die, could be very close. The runbacks are just so hard in general. But we'll just have to see. Can Ancoboy do it? We're going to be ready to get into the match whenever. I don't have as much faith as maybe I should, as maybe other people do, but anything can happen, Nerdy. I don't know if we've had a reverse sweep in semis and playoffs ever. I don't actually know.
It is tough. It is tough. I mean,
I
it's like a
just
1
don't.
in 8 if it's a 2-0, right?
I
So
just like
yeah.
don't remember if we've had a sweep or like a reverse sweep. There's been 3-2s in the semis. I mean, we had a 3-2 in our first semis match, but that wasn't a reverse sweep. The only other 3-2 is Dougal versus Danny in season 1, and that one I don't remember. It was almost a year ago. But we'll be ready to get into this whenever the runners are. I think we are ready. I think it's a Hacks 3-0. But it's going to be a close seat again, Nerdy. I think it's going to be close. I just don't think the 3 seed run back is possible. But we'll have to see.
And
We're getting into it.
there we
There we
go.
go.
10 seconds. I'm excited. I'm excited. Shipwreck, you know, I feel like this is maybe this could be a fast seed. Maybe we could see some sub 8 action or something. You know, that would be really cool. There is a monument, which
Sub
is
8
really tough to
shipwreck,
read.
yeah.
I believe
Sub
Feinberg. Don't be a
8
hater. Don't be a
shipwreck,
hater.
Nerdy.
Don't be a hater, Feinberg. Don't be a hater. Oh, it's 8 iron. No, no, no. That's
9 iron, no TNT, stone tools, shears, 3 bread, 6
3 bread.
flesh.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
It's
Well,
okay, Nerdy.
it would have been cool though if it was like, you know.
I mean, it could be a crazy fashion. A lot of it comes down to the nether.
That is true. That is true. No, we gotta believe. We gotta believe.
It'd still be fast. But most likely is not going to be.
We're gonna save that for the finals. That's what I think.
Sub 8 seed for the finals?
Yes, yes, yes.
Very possible. Think about using this cave to get stone. Hack sticking down. Similar plays. Not sure where this magma ravine is for either runner. But it looks like Ancoboy might be leaving our island just a bit quicker than Hacks. Looks like he is. Both runners heading the same direction here. Maybe saw this ravine on the way to the shipwreck. There they are. Insta flint, basically. And Ancoboy just having a little bit of a lead here. Hax messed up his portal too. Look at that, nerdy. He's gonna commit to
Yeah.
the L shape here. That's some not good
That's
time
it.
loss. Good for Ancoboy enjoyers.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like that's good mentally for Ancoboy. We're talking about how like those little like mental boosts can be really helpful. And just seeing that you enter the Bastion first, you enter the Nether first. Like you enter the Bastion like around the same time
Yeah.
he enters the Nether, right? So I feel like that's
You just
mentally it's a
know
good sign.
you're ahead. Yeah, yeah. Like being able to know the pace live.
Yeah. He had that little bit of a break with the Fulham analysis, and so I feel like maybe just able to mentally reset. This could be a good sign.
Yep. Single triple, gonna have to play a gap somewhere somehow. Aggroing from that middle chest, bringing these pigs over to the right side gap. See if Hax will take a different approach to this route. Hax playing these upper chests more. But Ancoboy already trading in our stables gap. Not sure if either runner saw the fort. Don't think so. But Hack's pretty behind here. I mean, he's got to get more pigs. He's playing left side gap. I mean, could have a different amount of gold blocks in the gaps potentially. Oh, 3 hearts is able to use the gilded blackstone as distraction
It
to,
was a very good play.
yeah, it was nicely done.
I think it was dealing with the skeleton as he's checking these upper
Yeah,
chests.
now he's heading up to that triple that Hax was at.
So just slightly different routing here. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many
which one works
decisions
out
to
better.
make playing the stables. Ancoboy is letting these pigs overlap the trading with looting the rest of the stables bastion, but this is a low food seed nerdy, so taking damage is not good. Hack's
Yep.
down to 1 bread, Ancoboy down to 1 bread also, but Hack's lower on health. Ancoboy should have all his trades, and he's out. Heading towards the fort. But
Good
all of these
stuff.
pearls are going to matter. Yeah, I mean, just not that much health. 3 pearls, 7.5 hearts. When you only have 1 bread left, any wither skeleton here could be a massive issue or a death.
Completely. Hacking Noise is now throwing a pearl, leaving, but notably behind. And, I think already on Rotten Flesh. I'm not sure if Hax has any bread left. That could be a problem.
No, I mean, he has 1 in his inventory. I'm not sure if he ate it already, but I saw it in his inventory in the Bastion. But I mean, he's on 2.5 right now.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay.
Not good luck. I mean, some strays here. Anchorboy had a spawner. 5 blazes in this spawner. And he just ate the bread, according to chat. So he's out of fast healing food. If he gets hit by any stray, wither skeleton, potentially dead. Up at this spawner. Zombie pigs, though, unfortunate. Getting in the way of the spawns. And Anchorboy
It's Wither Skeleton. Oh, my God.
has 4 rods. It's closer than it looks, I think. Max just has to be very careful with his food. Anchorboy throwing a second eye here.
Killing the zombie piglins, very satisfying.
Look at how far away that is. It looks like 1,600 maybe. Oh my god, look at the strays on Anchorboy's screen. What the fuck? And he's going. He has all his rods. Miss looking at it in his inventory. Anchorboy ahead on the seed by significant amount. From entering earlier, maybe better
Wow.
strays in the fort, maybe better play, routing in that stables. And he's got the food to Pearl here.
He's just outpacing him.
Yeah. Fully
And here
outpaced
he
the
is, going to the
seed.
portal.
Hack still measuring his eye. Yeah, 1,500, 1,600 for Hack. So they're going to be heading to the same stronghold, but
Misses. Or has to dig down.
has to dig down. Same offset that Hax has. So I don't think they both missed, but he does have to dig down.
That is time loss, and also, lots of mobs can spawn, I feel like, in the time where it takes to dig down, which can mess up preemptive,
I messed up preemptive.
or
That's
just,
true.
just be annoying. um, he throws an eye just to check, make sure it's there still.
Did he need that eye though? Does he now only have
think
11?
so.
And he's it's over. It might be over. And Hacks
I
on
am
2
speechless.
hearts might have the same snapping issue. Is he going to hit starter? Is he going to hit surface and have the same problem? He might have the same
Oh my
problem,
God,
Nerdy. Look at
imagine
this.
he does the same thing. So
He's
he has
going
a
to
water
hunger
bucket.
reset, though. He's going to hunger reset, though.
Okay.
So now he's full. But he's going to be able to dig down here. No water bucket on the bar, but he's got a pearl on the bar. So
Oh my God, is he digging on 4-4?
Hacks is digging on 3-2, but it's a ravine, so it doesn't matter. Like,
Oh,
it's just gonna
sure.
open. That's what happened to Anko. It just opens. Yeah, so I mean, you take more damage with 4-4, but Hacks lowering his MIP map levels to 1, I think. Trying to get a spike, but like you said, Nerdy, above the stronghold is very weird sometimes. You don't get a good preemptive
And then
through
look at this. Look at all
mobs.
these mobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just annoying.
And Ancoboy's making his way back. I did say it was over, maybe a bit for dramatic effect. He does have a long way to go to
Look at all
get
these
to the
skeletons.
second portal chords. But Hacks could be lost in the stronghold for a while. It's very, very possible that you have no spike. You have to deal with all of these mobs. It's very possible that Hacks
God,
gets
look at
turned
all
around
this.
here for a long time. Yeah, look at all these mobs. Already out of his saturation from the hunger reset. Just trying to look for any sort of light level. There's the portal
There
when he
is.
finds it, though. And I don't think he has enough pearls to hunger reset. He doesn't. So it's either going to be
Wow.
a 2 pearl 0 or he can't go for it.
Wow.
And it is a 2 pearl 0. He can go for it. Front cage saves Hacks here a little bit potentially. Gets to 95. Same 0. All 3 seeds so far for Hacks. We've seen him mess it up once and hit it once. Can he go 2 for 1?
He gets 6 explosives, right?
He does have
This is
6
good explosives so
explosives.
far.
The
Solid.
anchors
This is
look
looking
good.
good.
He's got to lower it a little bit. Dragon dead.
He dies.
It's now over again. But this time for Hacks instead of Ancoboy.
The drama. The drama. This is insane. This is insane. And now
It's just the fourth
is
anchor,
Ancoboy-
I think. That's crazy, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Ancoboy's in a bad situation here too, but he is so far ahead now. Yeah, Ancoboy, hunger resetting here. Wait, how many eyes was it? Wait, does Ancoboy need a 2-eye?
Oh.
Dude,
Oh
what
my
the
God. And
fuck
he's
is
just
happening?
taking so much damage. This is just brutal.
He has a rod? Okay, he has a rod apparently. Apparently he has a rod. Maybe it's just not crafted in to he has a rod. Okay, he has a rod. He has a rod. I didn't realize. He has a rod. Apologies. I don't know. Well, I thought he didn't chat because he threw an eye to like double check, which maybe means you didn't have it or something. I don't know. I wonder if Hacks died with bow and arrow. Hacks is just in such a weird spot, dude. Very interesting though that he dropped his shears in the overworld, so he has a stack of blocks, able to go back to second portal. This is actually really helpful for Hacks.
Man, taking so
That he
much damage
dropped the
here.
shears.
He finds it.
Yeah, Ancoboy finds it. I mean, he could choke the 0 as well. It's very possible. Struggling here
look
with
how
this
messy
hunger
this
reset. Yeah, again, it doesn't really matter, I think, how much time it takes him. He's getting completely fucked over by this silverfish.
Right.
But it is, like we saw, Nerdy, a 2 pearl 0, so Ancoboy's going to be able to hit this. He didn't grab that bed, though. He's got 5 explosives only. He didn't grab that bed. So if he
He's gonna go
cranks
for it.
this, he needs to hit 5
He's
explosives.
gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it.
I mean, you have to. And he's building potentially with all of his wood to craft another bed. Or another bow and arrow. He has to go for this 5 explosives, I think.
And he hit it. Decent first bed. Oh boy,
These are
solid
good
so
anchors,
far.
though. But it's going to be weird to go back. Hacks died in the stronghold. Ancoboy clutches the 0.
You get it? Yeah.
Wouldn't have
okay.
mattered. He clutched it. 5 explosive front cage.
Wow.
And we're going to get a seed 4, Nerdy. Hacks had it multiple minutes of a lead going into that 0 and just couldn't get it done. Hacks is now 1 for 3 on front 95 standing 0s in this best of 3. All 3 zeros front 95. Only successfully hit one of them.
That is. Wow. I'm just.
Yep.
I'm in awe. These matches have been insane today.
He had 3.5 minutes between Ancoboy, or between Hacks entering the end and Ancoboy winning the seed. So Hacks could have half bowed, could have full bowed, could have waited for a perch, but unfortunately, the worst possible thing to happen, dying in the 0. And it's just too impactful of a death. And it's over. But now, Nerdy, Hacks gets to pick the seed. For seed 4. Gets to pick what we are playing.
Village, interesting. Okay, I was hoping, I guess, for Rune Portal. But a village, I guess, makes sense. You know, it's the one you won on immediately. Maybe the one you won the most confidently on. And I think this makes sense. Though I will say, you know, a lot of variants, you know, different routes and such. I feel like, I don't know, a little surprised you didn't go with Desert Temple, because I feel like Desert Temple is more variants, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think he played the Village Overworld better than he did
Fair.
the Desert Temple Overworld, so maybe he just wants to go back to that.
Fair. No, that's fair. But yeah, overall, you know, I think it makes sense. And at the end of the day, I don't know. What do you think?
You could
You
save
got-
10 seconds in the Overworld, Nerdy, but then you can lose 2 minutes, lose 3 minutes from dying on your dig down, and then you can lose 5 minutes from dying on your 0. So at the end of the day, does it really matter? Yes and no. You have to be locked in for the rest of the seed. Let's see if Hacks and Ancoboy can both lock in again. That was a 13-minute slugfest, it felt like, compared to the other 13-minute seeds we've seen today. Both runners making significant mistakes in this last seed in terms of deaths.
Yep.
So we'll have to see who can iron out those mistakes the best, who can come back on top. We'll be ready to go into the match in just a second.
Man, I feel like so Fimer, how are you feeling? Because you for one were a
I thought it was
believer
going
in
to be
the
a Hacks 3-0. I thought it was. And
How are you feeling
I
now?
just, Hacks played that seed worse up until the Ancoboy death. He was behind. And then he made his own mistake, wasn't able to capitalize on Ancoboy dying. I don't know, Nerdy. It really just depends on who's making the better decisions. I just think it's so hard to come back and win 3 seeds in a row. That's why I thought it was just going to be Hacks. But we'll see. We get to watch. We get to figure it out. We get to know. Our village seed, Plains Village, in the forest. Might be weird for lava pools then. Could be some variance here. Always guaranteed a blacksmith, always guaranteed some iron, but nothing more. But there's the 10 obsidian. Don't need to kill the golem. You have 3 iron, potentially shears play. 1 for a light, and you get some stone tools.
There we go.
Hax
Build the
already
portal
building the
immediately for
portal
hacks.
here. Oh, Hax is going for a woodlight setup here. Off of the, look at this, spilled the lava.
Oh, very nice.
And yeah, he's fully committed to no flint. Made an iron shovel. Nerdy, I've seen people do it. Look at it, it's woodlight already. I've seen people do this in playoffs before, and the one thing that I always remember is there was a big, this was maybe like a year ago, Nerdy, but there was a big private room that I was playing in with a few people. Hax was one of them. We got a village seed like this, and Hax was the only person to woodlight off the blacksmith. He was in the nether maybe like a minute before everybody else, and we just all agreed to forfeit the seed. We said it was boring. We gave Hax the win because he was just the only person to do it, and look how far ahead he is. A 118 enter. Ancoboy is able to build his portal here, so it's not that bad. But that's not a minute like I said, but this is 10, 15 seconds. Clear time save.
Great stuff. Great
The
stuff.
woodlight play. It's just very niche tech. But he pulls it out and he gets it done. And Hack's on the way to the bastion. Find some better terrain. That looks like Nerdy Ancoboy's having to dig through the wall here. Hack's already at this stables.
At 2 minutes flat.
Yep. Looks like, unfortunately, like a single triple, but you can grab the gold blocks here, grab the pig aggro, bring it down.
Wow.
And look at this. Ancoboy still digging through a wall, just wasn't able to find this terrain, digging straight down in the nether. Ancoboy had issues with digging straight down just a few minutes ago. And just can't find the terrain that Hax did. Should have spawned in the same spot in the nether. That is standardized in ranked. Was a complaint in previous seasons, complaint for a while, so that is standard. Ancoboy just didn't find the terrain. He does now, but it's more and more time loss, just barely entering this bastion as Hax is already trading. And hitting the Pyre.
Ooh, this knows where to go now.
Yep, has the Pearl Hang
Has
set.
the pearl hang ready to go.
Chat is asking if the nether portals are standard even from different portal builds. That would honestly be the entire point, because if you build the portal in the same spot, it will go in the same spot. It is to fix situations where players go to different lava pools in the overworld or different ravines, and one player spawns in a wall, the other player spawns in open terrain. That was standardized as of, I think, maybe in between this season and last season, but it's been standard for at least a couple months now, because we've seen seeds decided by that before. Ancoboy, as I'm talking about this, on half a heart in our stables triple. Hax brought the pigs down from the triple to the gap, so he's going to be a little bit ahead on the amount of gold that he's trading, a little bit ahead on the amount of pigs that he's trading with as well. And Nerdy already has the Pearl Hang set up, so even though it looks like these runners in the gap at the same time, Hax very much ahead here. We'll see how far ahead he actually is heading to the fort. The only thing that sticks out to me right now, Hax 10 obsidian in the inventory. Do we trigger the Pearl Hang and play for home portal? Do we fight for 20 obsidian in the chests? We have 16. Ranked guarantees Nerdy in chests at least 5 obsidian from one chest in the Bastion. And that could have been it, but he finds more.
Oh, nice.
2 chests for 12 obsidian. He's out on 20. Ancoboy's going to need to find those chests as well to keep the pace. Hax on the way to the fort. Spots it over there on the left. 5 flat. Ancoboy leaving as well, though. Does he have 20? Looks like he's caught up a significant amount of pace.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know if he has 20 obby.
Wait,
Ancoboy has 12. Ancoboy has 12. Ancoboy's gonna blind. I don't think he has a pearl hung to home portal. He's gonna hang it
Oh,
now.
no, he's
Okay.
going to. Okay. This is still gonna be pretty slow.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to find that
I
home portal because
respect the
he
play.
dug. I mean, he dug through terrain to get to his home portal. I feel like it's a very weird play to go for home
Maybe he's
portal
just trying
here.
to get variance is my idea. He's like behind and he's like, I'm gonna just try and get some variance here. I don't know.
I think if you're playing for the variance, you just play for the blind travel. I feel like we're gonna see Ancoboy struggle to find his home portal. I don't know if it's saved. I don't know if it's saved on his Ninbot, but he had to dig through a 1x1 to get there.
God, I didn't
And
think about
I
that.
understand potentially having to leave the Bastion early, not trying to fight for the obby. Maybe he thinks Hax has 10 obby as well. But I think it's going to be so hard and weird to get back to his home portal. I don't know if it's the play that's going to win you the seed,
Yeah,
nerdy.
I think you're right. I think
it might guarantee that he's behind. And I don't know if I trust, Ancoboy or anybody really to catch up over a minute on an endgame split to Hax. But if you're blinding, I don't know. That's just the way I look at it. But if he can find the terrain back, it's not as bad of a play as it seems. 700 distance for Hax, though, so could have been a good blind. I think they're at the same spawner, but could have potentially worked out. Yep, Ancoboy trying to head back to home portal right now. Has 7 rods. So somehow got his rods faster than Hax. I mean, I guess Hax did have the measuring split in there. But Ancoboy, look, still heading back to his home portal. All this travel time.
And we're getting all the crafting from Hacks here anyway, so it's not even too much of a time loss.
All the overlap and stuff, yeah, and he's got his last rod, and he's heading to second portal towards Ancoboy. Going to be at least 1,500 blocks away. Piglin in the overworld. That eye goes into the tree. Can he save it? He does. And Nerdy, they are different strongholds. Can Ancoboy check the stream in order to blind? No, we don't allow cheating. That was a good question in chat. But they are different strongholds. Ancoboy could have better terrain here.
Here we go.
Gonna have to dig a little bit, but I mean, Hack's already in the stronghold.
Ooh, the terrain looks pretty bad here.
It could be different strongholds. I'm liking the way Hack's stronghold looks, though. This starter is, that's not starter.
Oh no!
I thought that was starter. I was gonna say it's a low stronghold, but I think he built it at wrong chords. It's a good spike, though. Finds the portal room. Hacks 1-0 away from the finals.
Can he do this? Messed up to 0 last time. This is a redemption.
Yep. Is it going to be front standing 95 again, Nerdy, for the 4th time in a row? No. It's a back dragon at the very least. He is sending this as well.
Wow.
Side setup here on top or back 103. Seems like.
Okay.
And he's got a lot of beds.
Lots of beds.
Just has to keep that dragon up, keep the damage good. That was a terrible second bed. 0 damage. But he's getting the bed swaps all right. It breaks his bed. He's dead.
There's no way. There's no way. This trick is
dragon hit and he's dead. And it's fully in Ancoboy's court now. Completely chokes the side setup. Oh my god. And the dragon breaks the bed and he's on like 6 hearts. But double damage from the dragon continuing to fly down. And now it's on Anko to go for the 0. And he knows he's behind. He should push it. Will he have the same issues on the side setup?
Let's
Gets
see.
it off. Hacks had a
He's pretty low
abysmal
on health,
second
I will
bed, and
point
it
out.
messed his entire zero up. That is true. If he gets hit by the dragon, he will be dead also. But some good bed swaps here for Ancoboy. This was the bad bed for Hacks, and Anko gets it off. But getting off this 7th anchor is going to be really tight, but he doesn't even need it. Ancoboy takes seed 4. 2 successful zeros in a row after Hacks chokes.
What?
Both zeros in the lead. And we're going to a seed 5. Hacks just can't
I'm
close out
lost
the
for
0
words.
cycles. He can't close it out. He's been in the lead on seeds 3 and 4. In the end, betting the dragon, and he just can't get it done. But Nerdy, he knows he's playing faster. It's just the 0 cycles.
Wow. I mean, I'm just like completely lost for words. I feel like every single seed here has just been insane. This back and forth just constantly. I don't know. I mean, these two runners. How are you feeling now, Feinberg? I feel like mentally it's
I mean,
totally
Hacks is
shifted.
still, I think, playing better. It's just the 0 cycle mistakes, but like you have to hit the 0 to
You have to
win.
hit those.
You have because your Ancoboy's gonna hit the 0, so you have to hit the 0. I still believe in Hacks. I still do. It's
Okay.
obviously not a 3-0 anymore, but I mean, if Hacks hits the zeros, it's 4-0 right now. You know, like he's overkill in the series. He's just not hitting the zeros. And I think we have to stall a little bit for the Fulham segment. I don't think Fulham expected this to go to a game 5. But I think we're gonna get a Fulham segment. But honestly, we honestly might not. But I think we're gonna get one shortly. But I don't have any insane stalling questions.
Let me think if I can rip one.
Fulham said he's ready.
Okay.
We don't need one. You can think about it.
Okay.
We're gonna send it over to Fulham, break down the madness that was these last 2 seeds, these last 2 end fights, and we'll be back here when that's done.
Chat, you cannot say that I don't work my absolute ass off for you guys. I'm sitting here eating my steak and ale pie, dauphinoise potatoes, and roasted vegetables, and I'm sitting here grabbing clips for you guys just so that I can try and analyze midway through eating my goddamn dinner. This is definitely... This has been a tough one. But we'll try and go through whatever just happened in these last 2 seeds. Ancoboy able to hold his own, hold his nerve, while Hackingnoises has maybe crumbled under the pressure within touching distance of the finals twice in a row. And potentially could have fallen at the final hurdle. Let's go back to seed 3, where it was Hackingnoises' game to lose after this. The dig down on exactly 4-4. Now, I'm not particularly great at estimating the number of blocks, but I wouldn't say that if he would have dug down on a different block, maybe this one to his left, he may have been able to survive. He was on 6 hearts. Nonetheless, he could have ender pearled. His ender pearls were on his 7th slot. No water bucket to be able to clutch with, but the ender pearl would have let him survive, but froze in the moment in midair and falls straight through to his death. Does get the Stronghold achievement, which maybe does cause Hackingnoises some nerves. This is something that I noticed at the time, does get the I Spy achievement, so Hackingnoises now feels like he's behind. And I feel like that could have led to what happens next. After Hacks enters the end, does not know, obviously, that Ancoboy has taken a death, forces himself to go for this 0. And after a little bit of bad knockback on this anchor, I believe, isn't able to fall down that extra block and gets hit twice by the dragon and dies, leaving the seed all the way up to Ancoboy. It's back in Ancoboy's corner. And just in case that wasn't enough, during Ancoboy's zero cycle, something that maybe some of us did miss because we were so locked into that left-hand screen, after Hax breaks all of his leaves to get down, unfortunately, a creeper does end his chances. I could, even after analyzing this clip, I still don't know where that creeper came from. It's not here. It's all of a sudden, it explodes from behind him. I have no clue where that one came from, but it must have come out of, like, maybe off of the screen to the right here is my only guess. I believe that maybe the creeper is in this corner, comes out, blows up, but that's a jump scare. That's literally unfathomable. Nonetheless, Anko was able to zero cycle, so even if Hax was able to get back into the end, he would not have taken that seed. I've got the same clip in here twice. Oh, no, sorry. I've renamed the clip incorrectly. This is Anko's zero cycle. I apologize. I was going to say I forgot to download the clip. I didn't. And after entering the end second, we see that Anko, after falling down that block, unlike Hax, was able to get down the block after placing it and complete that zero cycle. Really, really strong stuff from Ancoboy. 2 Pearl 0. Really, really good. Now, as the commentators picked up, had this seed have not been front cage, had it have maybe been a back dragon, Hax would have won this seed, simply for the fact that he couldn't have gone for the zero cycle due to his health. And I think that makes all of the difference here. I'm gonna be straight up honest. Hax low rolled a 50-50 and Ancoboy kind of high rolled. And that's kind of what he needed here. He needed something to happen, but not only on this seed, but the next one too. After going for finally a different zero setup, getting a back dragon, hitting these beds, this second bed, he had to get the glowstone out of his inventory, meaning that this second bed was detonated far too late, past where the dragon's hitbox was meant to be. And that caused a little bit of discrepancy with where the dragon's hitboxes should be for the next few beds. The height was all wrong. Breaks not only 1 but 2 beds. And Hax tries to just bail on the zero by running away and pearling. But sadly gets hit as the pearl is falling to the floor. And with only 2 hearts, the pearl lands and he does take a death. A very unfortunate situation, but not unfortunate for Anko and his fans in the chat, as Ancoboy goes for the same zero setup, gets a slightly worse first pearl, but could potentially be slightly more confident with this double side setup here. And with fewer beds and with better timing, he's able to clear this dragon of its health points, sending us to our second seed 5 of the semifinals. Maybe an unexpected one, but a fantastic final anchor allows Ancoboy to come back from the brink twice. Hackingnoises fallen at the last hurdle. Can he redeem himself and get to the finals? That is for me to know as the scriptwriter, and you to find out as the chatters. I'm going to send you guys back to Feinberg and Nerdy, and I will see you in the next set of seeds.
I mean, this is going to be a seed 5. It's going to be potentially...
Really? I don't know about that one. I'm not sure.
Potentially a more exciting seed 5 than our last semifinals. I didn't think we could top the earlier semifinals today between Loki and Vstrud, but dude, if this is a good seed, I think it's going to be close. Hax picks Desert Temple, picking what he won on again. An overworld that he could have a lead in, and he did have a lead in this Village overworld, Nerdy. He did have a lead throughout the entire seed. but just couldn't close it out on the 0. That's the story of Hackingnoises' performance today. It's all coming down to the 0 cycles, so I'm not going to call anything early in advance. It's only going to matter, Nerdy, when the dragon is dead, and not even that, but when the portal is opened and the player is through. I'm ready to get into it. Determining who is going to face low-key in our grand finals match. Who's going to secure $1,500 off of one Desert Temple ranked seed. I still think it's going to be Hacks.
You're still sticking with that. Well, I mean, I have to stick with that as well, as I've said multiple times that I can't. I have to stick with my guns. But at the end of the day, I don't know. There is a little momentum. You know what I'm saying? There's a little momentum shifting in Ancoboy's favor. So I don't know. I could see it going either way, but no, my prediction is still the same. Oh, I hope I didn't curse Hackingnoises. I just realized now. Maybe he was so close. Maybe I've cursed him.
You've had some good predictions, Nerdy. It's okay. You had some good predictions. You've had some bad predictions. Axe messing up a little bit on the temple enter. Sees a couple lava pools. Nerdy, we will see who's going to come out on top. A crucial seed. 9 iron this time. Don't need to mess around with any sort of pickaxe shenanigans on the Bastion. 17 flesh. I think 1 gap, maybe 2. No, 1 gap on Hax's screen. Hax blowing up a different gravel patch than Ancoboy, and his TNT doesn't work. So he has to. Ooh. That's not going to work either, man. You got more blocks there. He's got more blocks there. That's very rare. This isn't going to work again. Hax, what are we doing, man?
Oh.
What is going on? And it's not a good mental tilter. This could work, but there's about a 1 in 4. Okay, he's breaking it again. And Nerdy, all of this for a TNT that's going to blow up. 7 gravel. But he gets the flint. But 7 gravel.
Such time loss. Such time loss. Meanwhile,
It's not good.
Pigs,
it's not good. Ancoboy very ahead. I mean, one of the biggest overall discrepancies we've seen. Yeah, Ancoboy's gonna be entering right now. 5 pork chop. Hacks, no spare food. Has to still kill these pigs.
Like, I feel like it's not even like that impactful crafting the hoe there, but I feel like I'm not liking what Hax's gameplay. It looks dicey. It looks so much less clean than before, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's not good when you need to hit the zeros and you've choked 3 out of 4 today. He's got to clutch the 5th one.
This is 100% Nerdy's fault. Listen, I don't think that's fair, chat. I don't think that's fair. Wait, hold on.
What?
Where is? Never mind.
Where's what?
No, I thought I couldn't find. I didn't see Hackingnoises' lava bucket, and I saw a bridge, and I got scared. All right, I just had flashbacks to seed 1, and I got worried. But it's okay. It's in his inventory.
Axe quick helmet craft there, gets all the gold blocks from the chalice. So does Ancoboy. Donkey Kong route coming out from Ancoboy. Hack's gonna handle this Hoglin. Not gonna grab the food. Maybe just gonna hope that it RNGs and survives. But Hack's also cranking Donkey Kong route. If you're Hack's enjoyer, you hope that pork chop survived from that Hoglin. It's possible that it died in a sort of correct way. and drop the pork chop somewhere that didn't burn. But both these runners going to have a lot of pigs. Ancoboy already throwing a pearl hang. Knows where he's headed. But Hacks 3 pork chop, Ancoboy 7. So unclear here who is going to be in the lead. Food situation, very different. Hacks, 18 pearls, maybe one more pearl trade, one more string trade, and we will go. Overlapping the pre-craft, and I think he's going to grab the crafting table, maybe one more fire res. That's what he's looking for. And he's going to drink this and go. Very close still, Nerdy. Hacks just maybe 10, 15 seconds behind. But if Ancoboy plays on and Hacks is 10 to 15 seconds behind starting the 0, it's over. Ancoboy, Donut TNT chokes it a little bit here. Didn't light the 3rd and the 4th run right away. And Hacks only has 1 TNT, Nerdy. This is very impactful potentially because of his gravel shenanigans. He has 1 TNT, has to backside, and I think he might frontside blaze bet as well. Look at that.
Okay.
So very
I
nice recovery, though.
I love it.
Almost perfect block clearance.
Wait,
but had to burn a bet. Here. I mean, Ancoboy, they're both on 1 rod, but Ancoboy has been at the spawner a little longer, killed a little bit more blazes.
And now on 4, make
Just
that
went
5
4
rods.
for 4, so 5 rods. So when Hacks gets a rod, he's going to get 3 more after that, but he's just waiting on these rods. Ancoboy's got everything pre-crafted already. And another 4 spawn.
And now he's going like 0 for 4, maybe?
Hacks falling off his spawner. Hacks ideally just needs to catch up somehow. And this is not the way. Choking the blaze kills a bit. Burned a rod, I think, as well. I think Hacks burned a rod from some fire. He only has
he's
4.
Like 2 blazes behind right now.
He's a few blazes behind.
Minus the rod as well. Yeah, minus the rod as well.
Looks like it's 1,500 away. Ancoboy, I think, had a little bit better blind there as well. I don't know if he left the eye because it broke. Okay, so he left the eye. Never mind. Maybe it was over the ocean as well. But Ancoboy, saved pearl. Hit the ceiling. Ancoboy's just going. He's got the food. He's got the pre-craft. And Hacks has to wait for 3 more rods. Ancoboy's going to be at chords. Terrain seems very, very basic. Very open. There's almost no terrain to have to deal with. And Hacks needs 2 more rods.
Ooh, boy.
Ancoboy's still going, though. I don't know if he went the wrong way or anything. Hacks is just leaving, I think, on 11. I'm not sure. But I think he's leaving on 11. Might have 3 rods. But I think he only has 2 because he burned 1 and killed the same amount. I think he has to leave on 11. I think it's the right play, but it's risky. Ancoboy gets a spike here down left. If it's a 0 eye, it's almost over. There's an eye. I see 1. But if Ancoboy hits 0, again, it's too late. Hacks chokes 2 zeros in this best of 5. Might not even get the opportunity. Or chokes 3 zeros, I should say.
Ancoboy close it out.
It's front cage. If this is a good pearl, he can get there. It's 97. He might still be able to get there. It's going to be close, though. He gets there.
He gets it.
And he's got a gap as well. And he has so many beds. I think.
Wow.
I think it might be over.
Sweep?
I think Hacks blew a 2-0 lead off of 0 cycles, and that's it. Ancoboy is in the finals. Hacks just couldn't close it out.
Craziness. That's crazy.
And that's going to do it. A sub 9 to finish off our second semifinals match.
That's crazy.
Hacks is out. Doesn't get a chance of redemption from losing in the finals in season 3. Can't even get to the finals in season 4.
Crazy stuff here.
Ancoboy versus Low Key now, locked in for the finals.
Gonna be a great match. That's gonna be a great match.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this, Nerdy. 30 seconds in the overworld. Only lost 6 total seconds from the nether to the end, but it's the overworld, Nerdy, that maybe did it for Hacks, did it for the mental. The gravel TNT play.
Craziness. Look at that. Those are our final bracket.
Yep. We do our third place match coming up first. Hackingnoises has to somehow shake off getting reverse swept to try and secure third place. The bronze trophy, $500 for winning. But that's got to hurt. Gonna do some research right now. Let's see. Danny Boy was able to do it in season 1. I was gonna say, is it possible that the person who loses the second semifinals match and then has to play the third place right after? But Danny Boy was able to do that in season 1. And Ancoboy was able to do that in season 2. I think season 3 was the only Oh no, it happened in season 3 as well, Nerdy. All 3 seasons. The person who loses the second semifinals match has won the third place match. So if we're just looking at history, Hackingnoises is going to win the third place match.
Fair.
Which doesn't make sense because it's like you'd be sad that you lost, but I guess you're maybe more warmed up.
Yeah, and maybe you're like, you're out of that series. It's like a new series.
Yeah, it was a mental
fresh start,
mental
so to speak.
reset.